So they're saying this is the best time for YouTube creatives, small channels, and shiznit. That's what they're saying. I don't know about all that, but we'll see. What's up? It's your boy, Paris Troy. In the dungeon again. Doing my thing. Check out this little nifty little tripod I got. It's a nice paint job on that. Doesn't it look high-end? Look at that. It's like so small. It's so tiny. Look at that. What is that, a foot? It's like a foot. It's like a foot high. You want to get low to the ground, man. That's what it's about. Getting low to the ground. Yep. Anyway. What? Did I do my intro yet? Intro. Now that that's done, dude, look, it's even got a little little thingy there. You think I would know what this is, but secret's out. I'm not a real photographer. I just play one on TV. All right, so today had my meeting with Jador Styles. It went pretty well. Went very well. We were short on time due to some unforeseen circumstances. We're short on time, but we went over the basics, went over the outline, had these nifty little printouts done. I know how to do a meeting. The printouts done, and it was awesome. Worked out really well. I'm glad to be working with her, man. So, content management production. That's what we're doing. That's what the company is. It's a content management production company. Now, do you say the whole thing like that? Or do you say it's a content... Hold on. Or do you say it's a content management agency? Let me know in the comments. Content management agency? Come on, buddy. Or content management production agency. Because if without the production in the word, you're just managing content. Anyone can do that. You're just managing content. But when you're a content management agency production, content management production agency, then you know you can get the content management and the production. You know what I'm saying? Yo, you know what I'm saying, son? Let me know in the comments. Content management production agency or content management agency? I know the other one's short and simple. And sometimes that's the way to go. Figure it out. So, organization, structure, important. And one thing that really helps for organizing is Ziploc bags. They make them really big. They keep the air out. It's equipment. They shift when you have to pack it. Shift. So, cool, man. Me likes the content. Me likes the Ziploc bags. I put everything in Ziploc bags. Which also, I'm helping to ruin the planet. But aren't we all? Aren't we all? I think we all are. It's not just me. No. I'm not acting like I don't care. What's up again, people? So, content management production agency is what we're going to be doing. So I did an outline, and I have it right here in front of me. I do not. But I did an outline, the things that I feel are going to be key in, my agency. Key questions I need to ask when I start scouting for models, start scouting for talent. And I'm going to say talent because you don't have to be a model. You don't have to be trained. And not everybody's modeling. I mean, like when you think of social media today, those people are on the social medias and they look like they're living life. I don't know, how do I say this? They're being social. Like they're not really modeling. Like some of them are models, but a lot of them are just people that do something. Like a fitness person, they're not a fitness model. They just know fitness and they have to talk. So it's not models, talent. Keyword is talent. All right. So we're going to create a little form like this little thing right here. This is cool because this shows an image I took, and it shows how many different things or jobs, positions it takes to create this one image. And that's back in the day when I started. Nowadays, a lot of the time, unless it's a really, really high-end company, or if it's a company specifically that has a very direct message or direct, what is the word I'm looking for? Brand, theme, style that they want you to make sure it's in every photo shoot, every video shoot. Then sometimes they'll bring on a director that will direct the photographer and the models in which way to go, which is always awesome. Most of my production career, I've had to do the directing, and that kind of falls into a posing coach, which I think a lot of people call it now, or I don't know about a lot of people, but posing coach is basically they'll show you how to stand, show you how to move. I was doing a shoot for an agency. I don't want to say the name because they were just awful. But anyway, I don't. So the agency, awful. This agency, they had a headshot posing coach, and they would go in there and be like, chant, chant, chant. Those kind of poses. Anyway, those are bad. Those are horrible. Anyway, imagine those, done well. So posing coaches is something that a model artist, talent can work with before they do a production, so they can get more comfortable with their stance, how to stand. You would think standing is pretty simple, but a lot of people suck at it. Just standing, So I think being comfortable is one of the biggest attributes you can have when working with someone, especially someone new, but is that they are comfortable with either you as a photographer or, the client or who, people being comfortable and feeling like there's no really, really big pressure or severe pressure, So yeah, this thing goes into the model, makeup artist, hairstylist, wardrobe, location, retouching, set, props, the video editing afterwards, or the photography editing, or if there's video, the retouching, all that stuff. All that stuff. There's a lot of stuff there. So put that little form together and make a little talent interview. When I find new talent, interview that talent, ask them the key questions. What does it take to be a fire? I don't know what the words these children's are using today. A bomb model. You know what I'm saying? So those are the questions I want. And plus, today you need personality. Pretty girls are awesome. Who doesn't like pretty people? Not this guy. Who doesn't like pretty people? I don't like. Wait. Who doesn't like pretty people? Me. That would mean I don't like pretty. Okay, I did it right. Who doesn't like pretty people? Not this guy. I'm stupid. Anyway, so yeah. But you need more than good looks to be super successful. Sure, it helps. If you have a great personality, that's wonderful. But if you look like a warlock and you have a great personality, most people won't ever find out because you look like a warlock and they just don't want to sit around and get to know you. But in another world, in another world where warlocks are supreme, you would be killing it because you have a great personality, right? People have told me I have a great personality. Anyway, so you got to have personality. Personality is awesome. Being in good health is number two, I would say. Being in good health. That means you're able to actually do a shoot without passing out. You know, you're able to diet if you have to get a little more tone. It won't be that far you have to go. If you're a heavier set, dieting and getting ready for a production that where you have to be more fit can take longer. But if you're healthy, and I don't mean fit, I mean healthy, like, you know, you can jog tomorrow. Hey, tomorrow I want you to do a little cardio and add that for the next 2 weeks, and it just lean you up, tone you up, change your diet around. Bam, you're ready to shoot, ready to go. So being healthy, I would say that's awesome. Then if you are fit or if you have a talent, that also helps. All these things help. Being fit goes back to being pretty again, so we know how that works, the warlock and everything. But being having a talent also is a key, especially when branding. We're branding your personality and your talent. Where are you at? Where's the camera? I really don't know where this camera is. Is that it? Okay. Yeah, so that's what we're doing. Branding. What we're creating content and managing it. I guess that's part of the production part. I guess you don't have to say content management. Oh, okay, wait. No, yeah. Content creation management. Content management creation. No. Content management agency. Content management production agency. That's what. Content management production. CMPA. It sounds like a lawyer. I'm CMPA. Yeah, so all right. So creating that list, interview, talent, and whatever else. Then you have to do the stats, age, ethnicity, eyes, you know, height, hair, weight, shoes, dress, pants, hat, all that kind of stuff. So you want to be prepared for that. And then of course all the socials. And then we want to ask a few key questions. When you're working with talent, on a regular basis, and my agreements are going to be 90 days to a year. 90 days, 6 months, and a year. Right now, I could change all this up. Right now, it's 90 days, 6 months, and a year. And I'm thinking that gives people an out. They start doing this and they're just like, dang, man, this is a lot of work, right? Which it is. But if they get a little overwhelmed, you know, it's like, well, you only got another month. So let's shoot. I'm stupid. Every time you touch the tripod, it's gonna move. Yeah. And you want them to you want them to continue on and complete the agreement. And it's a contract because it is a type of contract, and it's an agreement because it's a joint venture agreement. And that way I feel better doing joint venture agreements than just standard contracts, because I want the model to understand that they are shooting and producing this content, or we are shooting and producing this content, but they do get a copy of it. I'm not in the business of just messing people over. You shoot, you create the content, and here's a copy for you at the end. It ain't as good as my I mean, you know, it ain't retouched and everything like that. Nah, but you get a copy. You know, I'm not doing all the work, We just went over that list of how much everything costs to do. Yeah, okay, all right, venting. So anyway, yeah, so I do want them to follow through, of course. And with a 3 month, it's 90 days. Some people are really good at what they do, meaning they're already models, they're already a little bit seasoned, and they know the basics, or they're really good at playing to the crowd. They know who they are personality wise. There's no discovery. You know, they're great for the 90-day or the 6 month. They get the content, they can bounce. They got like, thank you, yo. I mean, you just did $7,500 worth of content for nothing. You know, so they could do that, or or I can bill them. And then you got the person who's with you for a year, who within that time, which is, I feel 3 years. 3 years I feel is a good amount of time. But these days, people's attention spans are so short. I just feel that you got to put in the work, and it's not an overnight thing. And 1 year is barely enough time. It's just enough time to introduce yourself to the world. I think after a year, you're able to create the content. So you're able to build the content, and then what happens is the content starts to evolve over that 30 to 90 days. By the end of 90 days, you know what it is you have to do, and now you're in it. You know, the next 90 days, you show up, you know how it goes. Bam, shoot, pose, click, bam, arch, pop, what? Pop, pose, punch your toes, arch your back, and we're good. You get it. You start to build up your clientele, maybe even based on what your fan base looks like, grow your community, and you may be able to become ambassadors for upcoming brands or upstart brands or kickoff brands, whatever. So that's like 6 months in, you know, and then you're really getting the feel of it, and you know by then you're like, man, yo, this really is too hard, or I don't really like this. I don't like what I'm doing over here, you know. So what can I say? So by then you know what it is you're doing, or you pretty much have a good idea. You know, 4 or 5 months in, you pretty much got it, you know, and you're a pro when you get to the shoot. You know all the rules, you know what you can and cannot do, and you're pretty much professional. Plus, we've been developing you, which is something we do also. So you are knowing how to pose more, knowing how to react or act around certain types of individuals, whether they be additional models and or shooting and filming in establishments. There's always these types of rules that you got to follow when you're doing stuff like that. 6 months to a year, you become the branding, the merchandising, posters, calendars, the mugs, the this, the that. I'm looking around for something, stuff, you know, you know what I'm saying? So you start to get to the stuff. Granted, you can still produce and create that stuff right off the bat, which we'll be doing. We just don't want to, as a production company, you don't want to start doing all this design work that it takes to have quality merchandise and have designers start designing t-shirts. Putting a name on a t-shirt, that's one thing, but like designing cool logos, putting the your face with the logo and this and that on a shirt or on a hoodie or on yoga pants or on yoga pants, hoodies and shirt and joggers and a blanket and so much stuff you can print on, and so much stuff that your fans will buy from you if it's available. That can be for some models, so if it's available to them. For some talent, that could be a strong revenue stream, because they just love that talent. They just love that artist, love that model, love that fitness person, love whoever it is. They love that talent. So that's what I like to do, is create and build people into a brand where they have something they can ride. Whether or not they do it with me, I'm really not. A lot of people think I get upset when I part ways with the model that I've worked with. I've worked with this model named Rainy Lai. Sure, Rainy. Boop. I've worked with Rainy Lai since 2013, since my daughter was born. My daughter's 11. I mean, we stopped for like about a year, maybe it's a year and a half, maybe a year and 8 months, maybe it's a year and a half. Like her joint venture agreement, it ended, and then I was like, just off doing my thing, and she just called me out the blue. She was like, hey, yo, P. I was like, yo, what's up, Rainy? She was like, how you living? I was like, you know what's up. I'm kidding, that didn't happen. But anyway, she hit me up and she was just like, can we still do some work? And I was like, yeah. So we did it again. And now she was like a whole different version of Randy. Because when I met her, she was like 19, 18. And then when she came back, she wasn't that young. She was not old, but she was older. So, but she had came into her, I noticed that she had a different kind of, she had poise and a certain type of deliverance of her modeling ability. She was more mature, and very sensual and sexy. So don't tell her I said that. I'm trying to keep my business, you know what I'm saying? Note, the majority of models, and I mean models, that I work with think I'm gay. The majority, I don't know why that made me laugh. The majority of models I work with think I'm gay. I wonder if the majority of people I work with think I'm gay. I know the models do, and I used to explain that to my ex. I used to be like, well, babe, well, they think I'm gay. And she was like, nah. And we were at a shoot when we were having this conversation, and I heard a model giggling in the background. That would be Nicole Nairi. Bam, right there. Giggling in the background, because even though I was with my woman at the time, who is my daughter's mother, and my daughter was born at the time, she still was like, I think P is creeping. I think P is in the closet. I think it's in the closet. And oh, that's a bad reference. Oh, no Diddy. No Kelly. No Diddy or Kelly. Just scratch all that part out. I don't want to get demonetized for that. It used to bother me. It doesn't bother me anymore. Because I think that from what I've heard, I wouldn't know from my own productions. I've probably only had 3 or 4 productions where there was some awkwardness going on, where I felt awkward. And then I'll tell you about those in my P. Tweezy stories. I gotta come up with some titles for these things. But when I'll tell you like a story about something that happened to one of my models or a situation that went kind of crazy. But not today. But anyway, so for me, I have a certain kind of, I feel a certain thing when I feel a model is just not with it. And for me, it'll make me stop the whole entire production. I'll be like, all right, let's call it. We're good. So, but I think that when talent thinks that I'm gay, they are a little more relaxed. And because I'm so professional, I'm all about my business when it comes to doing these productions. I'm not oogling these girls, body parts. Oogling or ogling? Oogling or ogling? I'm not doing either of those to these girls' body parts. I'm like, hey, arch your back, point your toes, your lips are dry. Put some lotion on your elbow. That's me. Put some on your feet. I don't do feet, man. I just don't do feet. Nope. No. I get it. I get it. A lot of people love feet. Love it. I understand it. And I'm willing to ride with those people as long as they don't put their feet up on my car, on my dashboard. Don't play that. Y'all want us to live? I will run us off this road. Those toes. Anyway, but if you ever see one of some of my work and a girl has high heels on in the oddest places, it's because I don't like feet. Yeah. And I think it's cool, but then the underlying part of that is parents don't like feet. That's him. Is that a foot fetish? That is not a foot fetish, right? Can you have a foot fetish about something you don't like? No, that's called what is it when you don't like some phobia? That's a foot phobia. I'm not scared of feet though. Anyway, enough about feet for one day. So yeah. So the production, doing that, scouting the new models, gonna start creating the design for creating the back end for the websites for when the model to start scouting models. So I'm working on that now. I'll try to, I don't know if I can flash my website, what it looks like, and scroll it like up. Can I do that? I don't know if I can do that. I'll try to do that, and we'll see if I can do that. And then, if so, it's happening now. If not, I couldn't do it. So, all right, guys. Hey, y'all, I'm a bounce. That's it for me today. Excited about the new venture. Hey, thanks for watching the video. If you watched it all the way through, I'm gonna give you a high five right here. Whoosh. Oh, let's give you a high five over here. All right, cool. You're awesome, and I'm cool, and that works. That's two people that would kill it in a room. Cool and awesome. Awesomely cool. Got it. Hey, I like that name. Take it easy. I'll catch you the next time. Trailer again.